today. From Ford Field in Detroit, it's a special Thanksgiving Day presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Portland Lumberjacks.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. Danny Amendola on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have a former Heisman Trophy winner calling the shots, hailing from the island of Oahu in Hawaii, Marcus Mariota.
And what a game he is coming off of.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely. And you know how much I love the history of the game. He broke a record held by the Dutchman,
Norm Van Brocklin,
right? You got to go all the way back to 1951, and he threw for 554 yards in that game. And later, won a championship as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960.
And now that record has been set anew. On 2nd and 10, Mariota. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 54 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Mariota's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action now, Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Amendola again the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. This one caught by Winslow. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota.
That's caught. He finds Amendola again.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Mariota.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Mariota. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. The families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day? Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a 1st quarter lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this 1st quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second and 7.
Play fake. Mariota. And he finds Penny. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff to Penny. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Mariota. Amendola has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mariota now. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lumberjacks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you play on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Back to throw again. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown! A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they had been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Amendola. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive. Boy, that one was well-read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Mariota. And it's caught here, Amendola. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mariota, it's caught outright, Amendola. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Throwing, Mariota. He goes underneath to Freeman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. He'll look to throw. And he will find Winslow. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Following the interception here, Mariota. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's a second down. Mariota. It's hauled in here by Edmond. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Again, it's Mariota. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mariota. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And Mariota not happy about something before the snap, so he'll call for a timeout, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Mariota again. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Mariota. The quick slant caught. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Lumberjacks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time, a 9-play drive. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. He'll get this one complete to Winslow. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and a happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there as we look ahead to 2 more games later today and then a full slate coming up this weekend. Some good-looking matchups on your screen there. One of the best? Yeah, I'll say it. It's in Cleveland. A big test there for the Browns, as that promises to be a tight one. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then lastly, on Sunday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Shedding the tackle. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Harrison. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Back to throw here. That's complete, right around the 8. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Getting set to go again, Dallas Goedert marching back onto the field. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far as we see here on your screen.
They may have to drop coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men? Maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him. But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
To throw, Mariota. Caught. It's Dontrell Inman. The handoff, running left is Penny. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
From the gun, Mariota. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He finds his tight end, Goedert. That's complete. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Penny. Fights off the tackle at the 20. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now Mariota. And he's got his big tight end here. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. On second down, here's Penny. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal.
Penny will try to punch it in. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all.
So we're back to even after the short field goal. CD, you like the decision to kick it there?
Well, I'm glad you asked me if I like it and didn't ask me if I love it, because I'm not even sure I like it, but I do get it. First job on this drive, tie the game. They did that. But now they've got to put a challenge to their offense and say, can't settle for 3 anymore, guys. We've got to get the ball in the end zone from here on out.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? There's always one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. On second down now, it's Harrison. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harrison, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
On 1st down, it's Harrison, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's good.
And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there for their 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead.
So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tied game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Amendola. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And that last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
First down, Mariota. Amendola catching it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mariota on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Mariota's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This offense so far on third down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 16. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And Winslow brings it in over the middle. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. This one caught by Winslow. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harrison and whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On the counter, here's Williams. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They run the counter. It's Harrison, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 76 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Detroit, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Portland, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.